sound if you guys come back on. That was a bummer. Well, let me try this again. Try the live stream one more time here and see if I can get sound. I tried to plug in a microphone and it wasn't picking up, and then it said it did, and then the signal didn't work. So let me see now. I've turned off Bluetooth and we'll see. Hopefully you guys can come back and let me go. So Tommy's give me thumbs up. So there's sound. I can hear you. All right, Coop. Thanks, guys. So I had the mic set up and this mic set up because they worked well the last 2 days, and then they got, I don't know what happened. The receiver didn't want to turn on, and then I guess it did, but it cut the sound out. So it's crazy. Anyway, tech is not dependable ever, is it? Especially when you want to go with a live stream. Coop says 5:10 p.m. in Australia right now, a couple hours till Christmas Eve. The eve of Christmas Eve. So for us, it's the 22nd. So yeah, we got a couple more days. So that's crazy. Coop, is it really a day and a half ahead already? So anyway, now that the sound works, high fives to Tommy, high fives to Coop and Meta. If you're still there, thanks guys. Leave a like. Now it's worth leaving a like because you can hear me. And you might hear some background noise because the microphone I was using was supposed to block out background noise and it didn't. Thanks. Tommy, give me the high fives back. So fun finish yesterday to this guy right here, right? We finished the upscale Santa. We finished 40820, 700 pieces or so. And you know, compared to the minifig Santa, just a fun build. Almost all the same features as a minifig, you know, everything can manipulate, especially the legs. The build is fun. Of course, if you look up close, you can see the bricks, but that's kind of the fun. And there's the little minifig, the original. So a very fun build. I recommend this if you don't get it, or if you can't get it this year, which probably too hard because of course it's popular right now in Christmas. Get it for next year, or get one of these upscale builds. I have one other. I'll have to build that guy up in another live stream and compare the two, maybe as we head into the new year. I've got a lot of things I've been bringing up, but now let's get into probably one of the most popular sets going for this Christmas season. A small set, a modest set, I think, but a very popular one. 40806, the Gingerbread AT-AT, 697 pieces. And this has been a popular set for going on, what, 2 months now? Came out on October 1st. Thanks, Tommy, by the way. So if you like Lego and you like building Lego, you like Star Wars Lego, please leave a like and join the live stream, join our channel, consider subscribing. Our channel has our logo on the YouTube thumbnail, our brick therapy guy here, or probably down here. And yeah, join our channel. Here's our sig figs. And hey, Brick Empire. My goodness, yeah, I haven't been here in a while. I know, haven't seen you. Well, welcome. And leave a like, join, or listen for as long as you can. Appreciate the time. I love live streaming and talking with several people out there who are into Lego building. And these later live streams in my time zone have paid off because I get to reach you guys who are basically in the southern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere, and you know, in the UK, Europe, Australia, Asia, getting you guys in those time zones compared to the west coast of the US where I am. So Star Wars AT-AT build. I first saw this set, I guess like a leaked photo of it, and I posted it on our channel. I said, if this is a real thing, I've got to buy this day one. And then I saw the Darth Vader minifig, this guy right here, and there was no way I was gonna pass that up, especially with this version of him holding the candy cane. I thought that's too funny. Tommy says, yes, I pre-ordered mine, but that they refunded my money, and now I can't get it. This one, you can't get the AT-AT, Tommy. It wasn't a Christmas set, but let's see, Walmart in our country, or you guys have probably heard of Walmart, a pretty big department store out here, big box store. Bummer, Tommy. Well, experience the build through the Brick Therapy live stream, and then that'll motivate you to try to get it again. I'm assuming it'll come back in the supply line after Christmas. But hopefully you don't have to spend the double the money that some people are doing, or triple the money for this set. So yeah, hopefully you'll get a hold of this set in a month or two. Washington State. Oh, okay, Tommy. So you're on the West Coast like I am, West Coast time zone. Hey, Taylor. Taylor says, "Sup? What's up, Taylor? Thank you for being here." And all right, let's get into this build for Tommy's cause. We are gonna break open the Gingerbread AT-AT. And the time zone we're in right now, Coop, it is on the West Coast of the United States, 10:16 p.m. in the evening. If you want to use, hey, this just came out of the box. So where does that go? Oh, it goes like along the side here, string of lights. So yeah, 2,200 hours if you're using the 24-hour clock. And let's see here. We get the cool instruction book, set 40806. And let's see, we've got how many bags? Hopefully this build will be very fun and also be pretty efficient, go quickly. Bag one. All right. I think this is doable. The fun of opening a new set, right? So we're gonna build the Gingerbread AT-AT here. We got bag one, bag two, bag three, bag four, and you guessed it, bag five. 5 bags, we got 5 likes. There we go, that's perfect. Hopefully we get more likes than that. Yeah, Tommy says, let's double that, let's get to 10 likes. So, hey, CC5853, oh my goodness. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while either. Coop says, I'm like 19 hours ahead of you guys. Yes, Coop, you are way over there in Australia. Cosmic Brick says, a little bit laggy. Oh no, so the stream, man, everything is going wrong tech-wise. I had to restart the live stream because the sound wasn't working. Well, hopefully it will stay. Let me know if it's okay right now. FGT says, what's up? FGT, welcome. Aaron says, do Santa's elves deserve rights? They deserve the right to help Santa build toys and deliver them to the rest of the world according to legend, right? Coop says, not laggy here. Okay, very cool. Hey, Landon, welcome. Landon also. CC5853 says, I have been doing a lot of holiday stuff. No doubt. Well, thank you for including me in your holiday activities or holiday free time. And let's build this. Star Wars AT-AT, 697 pieces, 40806. And Cosmic Bricks, you'll just have to suffer through the lagginess. But either way, we'll start with bag one. Okay, so, and I noticed on the instruction book, there's no QR code to get the 20 bonus points for this set. I wonder if it's because, I don't know, or maybe is Lego changing its 20 bonus points on newer sets? Anyway, figure that out later, but how fun. No time wasted. The first build is Gingerbread Darth Vader, and he does come with a red lightsaber. I was curious about that. I thought maybe since it's a Christmas theme, he was only gonna you know, have this, the giant candy cane. But he's got a lightsaber too, or maybe it's not lethal. I don't know. So let's put since we put a lot of time into this, guys, we'll have upscale Santa here. That was our last live stream series. If you didn't catch us yesterday or the last few days, we built up this guy, and now we're building up the Gingerbread AT-AT. And if you like Brick Therapy 2-3, like this channel, please leave a like and join us. Stick with us. Here's our logo and with some sig figs, and we're gonna build up this set. This set came out October 1st, and this set has 5 bags if you're just joining. And thanks for leaving a like. And here we go, bag 1, fresh, new Lego set, ready to go. Bag 1 of the Gingerbread AT-AT. Oh, that sounds nice. Those fresh new pieces. And for the gingerbread color, I guess you get the lighter kind of tannish brown color there. And then of course the traditional brown brick, which have a reputation of falling apart or cracking. So hopefully not this time. And we've got our Brick Therapy 2-3 guy to prove that sometimes these brown pieces aren't as solid as they should be. Oh, got a little gap there in the build. Okay, so there we go. And let me sort out the pieces here a little bit and find our minifig. Of course, the weird process, or I don't know, the way the system is for bagging pieces. You get the legs in the main bag, and then it looks like the rest of Darth Vader, well, not the rest, his helmet and such, in the smaller bag for bag 1. And somewhere lurking in there, you guys, maybe you can spot it. There it is, his head. So that means I've got to cover my whole table with all these pieces at once, hopefully not lose anything. And those of you that are, expert builders and, try to do everything in a nice, systematic, least chaotic, least messy way, maybe you're doing what I'm doing, where kind of sort everything by color so it's easier to find stuff. And I have kind of a smaller workspace than I usually use, so I don't want to spread everything too far apart, because it'll end up on the floor, and then all you'll see is a blank screen and me trying to pick up Lego somewhere, or hearing me pick up Lego somewhere, which isn't fun. But anyway, even get I guess this will go inside the AT-AT vehicle. So this set has been on back orders basically since it was released, since October, right? And when I saw it advertised, and I posted a picture on our YouTube channel, I said I have to order that thing day 1, or basically at release, which is midnight of October 1st. And I did that. I guess the advantage too of being on the West Coast is it's more like 9 o'clock my time when new sets get released, because it's based on 3 hours ahead of me, or East Coast time with the US. So actually took me an hour to get on the Lego website. I don't know if you've ever bought a popular Lego set and you want to order it right away. Sometimes you can't even get into the website. You kind of end up in the queue, and you're waiting to basically just get into the Lego website. Well, that happened to me. It took about an hour, and thankfully I was able to order the set. You always hear about people, they can't get into the website right away, and they're stuck, and they miss out. So I didn't miss out though. So there we go. That looks better. That will be a better building experience, I think. Get everything ready to go for this Gingerbread AT-AT. If you have this set, tell me what you think of it. Did you enjoy the build? I mean, it's only 5 bags, and I'm gonna pin Tommy's like and subscribe, because that's a great reminder. So if you like Lego, you like building Lego, please join the channel and join in the build. And people come in and out, so that's okay. We will see what happens here. CC5853 says, agreed. All right, I hate to leave, but it's 12:30 at midnight. No worries, CC 5853. So glad you were here to say hello. Missed having you on the live streams. Glad to see you're still out there, one of my original mods. And let's build. And if people join, great. Maybe we'll get some of the other regulars to show up. Brick Empire was here for a little while. Coop was here. Cosmic Bricks was here. It looks like maybe people are coming in and out. So I'm gonna build the Gingerbread AT-AT, and of course, the best, probably one of the most main attractions is the Gingerbread Darth Vader, right? So let's start with him. Oh, gotta get the cape out of the box. And one of the most fun parts, the funnest parts of, you know, building up a Lego set is my family's watching Home Alone in the background. So you might hear some funny Home Alone sounds. I should be building the Home Alone set while that movie's in the background. I don't have that set, but that would be kind of fun. You know, one of the funnest parts of getting a Lego set are the minifigs that go with it, of course, right? Ever since getting into Lego as a kid, especially like Lego Space and Lego Castle, Classic Space and Lego Castle, some of the best parts of it, literally, are the minifigs. The build is always, you know, a great compliment, but man, the minifigs just make it. So I know some people don't necessarily require that, especially if you're an A-full, you know, you're into Lego and you're more about the build and that sort of thing. But I love having the minifigs as part of the full experience of Lego. So a very unique and fun Darth Vader. So of course the minifig is probably one of the main attractions of this set. And no doubt, if this thing is hard to buy for months and months, then you get basically a gingerbread head with no face on it. Oh wait, I think I'm missing the mask part. Wait, let me put the mask part. I can't forget this cool Darth Vader mask part. You can barely see what that is. You know, his air filter, whatever that thing's called in Star Wars, so he can breathe. So let me get that part on. There's a lot of layers to this. There's the cape. Then yeah, you gotta put his mouthpiece or his breathing apparatus, whatever the technical term is. His head. Looks like you get a extra one of these in case you want to, you know, build another gingerbread Darth Vader, apparently. And then the signature edition, the helmet, right? And then you can hear him go, right? I like that sound effect. So there's Gingerbread AT-AT. And he comes with a couple accessories. A Darth Vader lightsaber size candy cane. And it looks like, whoa, the candy cane went flying. There it is on the floor. And it looks like a cookie. So Darth Vader has a softer side during Christmas. He's got a pastry. All right, but you know, don't take it for granted that it's a kinder looking Darth Vader, because he does have his lightsaber. What do you prefer, this or the candy cane? Where did that thing fly to? Went way ahead of me here. Let me dig that guy up. Where did the candy cane go? Oh, there it is. Man, flick fire missile. Let me get that. There's the candy cane. This is live TV, right? So you can't edit out all the mistakes here. So what do you think? Lightsaber or candy cane for Darth Vader? Or maybe both. You know, he can have a double weapon thing here. You lucked out, says Tommy, getting that set. Don't forget his gumdrop bottoms. Yes, right? Does he have those? Oh my goodness, this guy's so funny. Okay, now let's build the vehicle, the or the giant gingerbread house. Maybe it's all edible. A giant gingerbread AT-AT. I saw this thing built up in the Lego store. Some people were saying, you know, it's okay. It's a mediocre kind of mid type build, but I think it's pretty good. And I saw it built up, and I thought it was pretty fun. So let's hear. Balaban says, "Hey there, how are you guys doing today? When is your son coming back on the channel?" Balaban, welcome back, my friend. He will be back soon enough. We're on break here, so Tommy's here to help mod and greet you guys. So thanks, Tommy. And how fun to build this set. Just a few days before Christmas, we get the gingerbread AT-AT. Let me get the box a little more in better view here. Hopefully I don't knock anything down. And there we go. First part of the build. Let's see. Let's stand him on top of let's stand him on top of Brick Therapy here. So, you know, we've got the display of him while we build the set. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll put the candy cane here. All right, so the first part of the gingerbread AT-AT looks like we got a little Technic situation going here. So yes, fun build so far. You can't deny the fun of this set when you've got a very cool minifigure to start out with. And the, I kind of like the Home Alone music in the background. It kind of adds to the spirit of everything. Can we get 10 likes? Let's go. Hey, Alexander, man, you've been good to see you guys come back for the live stream after being gone for a while. Welcome, Alexander. So I'm gonna build up 2 of these, I guess, base pieces. And yeah, when I saw this set built up at the Lego store, I thought it was a good sized set. Basically, this gingerbread AT-AT and the upscale Santa, I think they're about the same price. And I ordered the 2 sets together. Figured, why not get both sets at the same time? And I think there was a GWP that came with it. I forgot what the amount threshold was, but it was a Disney like TV display piece with Toy Story and I think Mickey. So yeah, kind of interesting. Balaban says, forgot to ask you, what is your son's name? Little Break Therapy, Balaban. We'll just call him Little Break Therapy. Yes, this is our new Lego studio for Christmas time, since we got some lights here, right? And as I continue to build here, you can see what we've been working on for the Christmas live streams. We got the vintage fire station, Santa's sleigh there, his Santa's workshop. So some fun builds there. And of course, the very cool upscale Santa build. And now working on Darth Vader's AT-AT vehicle here. And I believe there's an inside compartment to it. This is a set with 5 bags and 697 pieces. So I think we'll be able to put this thing together fairly quickly. But the live streams also involve a lot of fun conversation with you guys, so I don't go as fast as I normally would. So welcome you guys. Leave a like, join the channel, subscribe if you like Lego, and yeah, share some of your favorite sets, things that you've collected over time. Maybe you have this set. Like I said before, it was already on back order, like within the first 24 hours. And I don't think it's been available since then. So that's going back 2 months. Because it came out when the UCS Death Star came out, I went to the Lego store. I wanted to see the UCS Death Star on display, and then this set has also been on display since its release. Funny enough, the Death Star has not been on display since its release. It was only that first week, I think. But 1 like away from 10. Let's go. So yeah, this AT-AT, if I look it up, I don't think it might even say it's sold out now. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, or maybe you got this set. You were able to buy the Gingerbread AT-AT on release day, but other than that, if you were not, you know, quickly on the take, temporarily out of stock, according to the Lego website. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer because they've had this set on display for the longest time, ever since I think since release, because we've gone to the Lego store a few times since October, about 3 times, and this thing's been on display the whole time, but all it does is say it's sold out. So I don't know, whatever is going on, but that's the thing. So if you like talking about Lego and talking about, you know, Christmas sets, Lego Christmas sets in particular, or just Lego sets in general, we had a good discussion about some fun themes yesterday. Jurassic Park came up. I haven't really thought about that theme, and that's I think a pretty popular theme with a lot of Lego builders. I have 2 Jurassic Park sets, but nothing more than that. And basically, when we got into Lego as a family, once my little kids grew, we, you know, got more and more Lego. We were collecting primarily Marvel, and when my younger son was collecting Lego, he was really into Nexo Knights, and then that series or that theme retired, and Ninjago. Once I got back into Lego, Ninjago City was probably the main goal of me getting or adding to a Lego collection was getting the Ninjago City, and that is my favorite set. That's a set, you know, it's a favorite set when you rebuild. You buy a set, you know, you set it up and everything, and then you just want to experience it again, and so you take it apart and you rebuild it. Did that a couple times. Had my kids help me build it the first time, so I wanted to experience the whole thing myself. So I've done that, and yeah, I just really enjoyed doing the build a couple times. Plus, it helps you keep the Lego bricks clean. So that looks like a piece of candy right there. This goes. Oh, where does this go? I can't tell where it's supposed to be, but this goes on the. So far, this is what the Gingerbread AT-AT looks like right now. Very colorful with the white, brown, green, and red, and black and blue pieces. And I guess this wouldn't this be the base to the to maybe this part here, the front end. It's fun. You notice obviously more and more of the details as you build. Like you can look at the picture, you can look at even the display in the Lego store window, and you don't notice as many things right away. And then you start building, you're like, hey, there's candy cane paneling on the side, and Darth Vader does have a lightsaber, and and so many other things. I know not what. So this is okay, so there's 2 of these, and I haven't built an AT-AT Star Wars set in general. So this, go figure, the first Star Wars AT-AT version I'm building is the Christmas one, the gingerbread one here. So there we go. All right, you can probably tell these are used a lot in space pieces. If they're attached together, like these can, well, I guess it's a different piece, but these can create like a rotating system. But in this case, I wonder if this is going to be for the legs later on. So if you have this Gingerbread AT-AT, let me know what it's like. It seems like a, you know, I don't know if you necessarily put it on display with your regular Star Wars sets, but I think I was saying yesterday how I like to build up the Lego Christmas sets like I just showed you each year. So we'll build them up and then break them down and put them back in the storage and then build them up again for Christmas. But this one, maybe because it is so popular, maybe I'll just leave this one up. I don't think I necessarily want to take apart all these these Technic pieces anyways. But okay, so there we go. I don't know what we're in bag one. We're about a quarter of the way into bag one. Looking like some kind of vehicle already. Got the one end with a red ball and the other kind of a white cylinder thing going on there. All right, now looks like some side paneling comes next with these gingerbread color pieces. So I'm assuming these sections will actually be on the outside. We will see here in a minute, but get some fun paneling here. Gingerbread color paneling here. And gotta make sure I place the correct version of the wing piece here. But yeah, these builds, I don't know if, trying to think, other than, advent calendars, where, that you do have kind of the fun take on popular themes like Marvel and Star Wars and Harry Potter, and you get the silly minifigures with Christmas sweater type builds. But this is new, so hopefully Lego does more of this each year with these fun Star Wars themed builds. A gingerbread AT-AT this year. Who knows? A gingerbread Millennium Falcon next year. I mean, they did do the Dark Falcon last summer. So, and that's a pretty, it's kind of a fun, non-serious Star Wars theme. Okay, so that panel went there. So who knows? Maybe another gingerbread ship. And be fun to speculate what gingerbread character could Lego come up with next? Would it be a gingerbread Han Solo, or gingerbread stormtroopers, a gingerbread battle pack of clone troopers? Yeah, possibilities are endless. It's kind of fun to think about and speculate, but man, how popular would that be? A gingerbread Millennium Falcon. Either people would scoff at it or people would love it. I think most people would love it. I would for sure get a kick out of it. It'd be very tempting to buy, especially how well this set has sold. All right, so now we've got two sides of the panel here. Let's see. Hey, Torres, sorry, I didn't see you. Torres says, if you give me Lego, I will subscribe. Well, I will provide you with Lego live streaming. But yeah, it's just fun to meet the community that likes Lego and who are serious about Lego. But for sure, if you like Lego a lot, I'm sure, you can acquire it yourself. Let's see. Yes, I would have it next. The AT-AT says, Tommy, someone built a Breathe Falcon. What does that mean, Tommy? I did, that actually, Tommy, that reminds me, I brought this up in one of our other live streams. It was a fun, I don't know how long ago they did it, but someone did part out all the pieces you need for a Millennium Falcon. And they basically built a Millennium Falcon with all the right pieces, but not the right colors. So it ended up looking like a purple, pink, and blue, and maybe some green Millennium Falcon. I think the pilot section, the cockpit, was probably something they had to have. That Star Wars, that part was legitimate color looking, but the rest of it was like purple. And I just remember the colors were pretty. It looked like a Friends, the Friends series. It looked like a Friends Millennium Falcon, but that was pretty clever, I thought. Oh, Wreath Falcon, gotcha. Wreath Falcon. Sparko Wizard says, hello, Lego streams. Interesting. Yes, Lego live streams can be fun, can be interesting. And if you like Lego, you can see the fun, just a small representation of Lego themed Christmas sets. There's some there on the table behind me. And then this upscale Santa minifigure. So a giant Lego minifigure as a Santa Claus. You can see the there's the regular size minifigure, and then of course you get this guy, this giant, or as they call upscale minifigure, and he moves the same way as a regular minifigure. And a fun take on Star Wars, the Gingerbread AT-AT with a gingerbread Darth Vader minifigure with a cookie, holding a cookie and a lightsaber. He's come prepared. And so now building up the Gingerbread AT-AT vehicle, and go figure, this set, I knew it would appeal to a lot of people, and maybe it was simply a matter of Lego not making enough of these. I don't know if they just made enough for a first run of sales and then didn't make any more after that. But since its release, I have not seen people be able to get the darn thing. So, hi Sparko, can we get 20 likes? Psh, Coolio, 9 likes, we're getting to 10, we can get to 10 likes. Awesome, it's always good to get in the double digits with likes. So if you like Lego Star Wars, if you like Christmas, you like Lego Christmas Star Wars, then you got to leave a like for that. It's just fun to throw these things together and build and meet some people who also are Lego collectors who like Lego. All right, 11 likes, just like that. Bam, 10 likes. Thank you, Sparko. Psh, awesome. So if you like Lego, here's our logo right here. Our channel's called Brick Therapy. You see this guy is the main channel logo or icon. And with Lego, you can order and customize and build your own minifigures, or as they call them, sig figs, signature figures. And so I put the gingerbread Darth Vader on top of his head right now, just so we got a place for him as we build the vehicle. So far we've got this for the Gingerbread AT-AT. You can see some of the side paneling coming together. The coloring of the plates definitely has that gingerbread look, and it's so far totally worth the purchase, and the build is fun. The colors, the idea, the initial thought to buy this set, totally worth it. So these two sets are basically the same price. We're talking like a $60 set. Both are hovering around 700 pieces. And, for the age range, age 10 plus, I'm sure a younger Lego fan could build this set. Lego's got to be practical, I'm sure, but I'd say, most 5-year-olds could throw this together. But either way, it's fun. They might need some editing here and there. Let's see. Philip says, I got the Game Boy Lego set for my daughter today. How cool. Welcome, Philip Jones. Psh, that is a popular set. The Game Boy Christmas set. And, Lego's been doing a lot of these nostalgia sets over the last few months. I guess probably before that too, but a lot of these nostalgia sets, like the Game Boy, they had the original Nintendo console set a couple years ago released. And yeah, since then, some theme sets like Back to the Future. What else? Goonies, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then of course the Star Trek set. I think the Star Trek set was the last new release set for 2025. All right, so we've got, let's see, got to make sure. I wish Lego was clear about which section we got here. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay. All right, so combining kind of two, not really sure what the center piece is there, the round ball piece is for, but we've got, to make sure I don't miss anything in terms of the build here. That's right. Sometimes you kind of skip a layer or you think you skipped a layer. So you gotta make sure I've got this on correctly. All right. I think we have, guessing, if I look at the box here, maybe that's that section there. And this will be the connection to the head of the AT-AT craft, right? Or the basically the where the pilot sits to where the blasters are. You know, if you know the anatomy of these Star Wars vehicles, not 100% sure. Sparkle Wizard says, awesome, custom Lego figs, very interesting. Funny enough, I did recently make a stop motion video for my friend to watch. Don't know if I should upload it on here just yet. Yeah, you know, you can upload it and keep it private. My son did a couple, a few stop motions using the Star Wars theme, and those are pretty fun. They are very time consuming. So I would say, Sparko, if you have a YouTube channel, keep it private, maybe share it with some friends and then decide if you want to release it. But you put all that work into it. Judging from what my son has planned and designed for stop motion in the past, they're fun to release, and you know what? It's worth a try, or it's worth a shot. Gotta share the fun work that you put together. And there's a ton of stop motions out there, so why not join and share the wealth? I think you'll enjoy knowing that you got an audience for it. Hey, Liam is back. Liam, break the bed. Hello, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Nice job on the stop motion, says Tommy. There you go. Liam says, g'day. Good day to Tommy and Liam for sure. So some of you guys are in a totally different time zone. And if you like Lego and you're able to join, this is great to kind of live stream in the later hours US time, but it's vacation, it's building up to Christmas. It's kind of fun to, you know, stay up late on Christmas Day, on Christmas vacation, and enjoy times like this and share in the fun activities of, you know, whether it's watching movies, baking cookies, or live streaming and talking about Lego. In this case, a fun Christmas set. These are the two that we've been working on the last day and a half here. So finished the upscale Santa here. Always fun to just keep showing this guy off. And now a set that I don't know when it'll come back in stock, but the Gingerbread AT-AT, of course, the Gingerbread AT-AT Darth Vader minifig, on top of our Brick Therapy 2-3 logo. So if you like Lego, leave a like and subscribe, join the channel, and join our community, our Lego community. Lots of friends that we get to meet here because we got a lot of Lego fans out there, Lego community fans to connect with. Vildar says, yes, you finished the giant Santa minifig. That turned out amazing. Wish you all happy holidays. Hey, thanks, Vildar. Yes, fun build. Definitely recommend it. We have another upscale minifigure that we'll do probably in the new year, and then I actually got a big project here, a rebuild of a Star Wars set. This one I'll have to I'll just show you, since Star Wars is kind of the theme right now. I have to get this set revitalized. The what's it called? The Master Builder series. That's it. Mos Eisley Cantina. Very fun set. 75290. This came out a while ago. Not too long ago, but it's retired now. And you know what? It's kind of fun comparing Gingerbread AT-AT colors. Here's the land speeder. You can see these brick colors are also just regular Star Wars colors too when you compare it to the Star Wars land speeder here. Okay, so yeah, we got a lot of cool Lego sets in our collection with my two sons loving Lego back in the day, and now me taking over just because I like Lego just as much as they do, probably more so. So yeah, you'll find there's a lot of fun Lego sets that of course attract grown-up collectors. So yeah, we got the Game Boy bought as a gift. Sparkle Wizard seeing the custom Lego bricks being built and stop motion creator. Very fun. Tommy says, looks like my UCS land speeder. Yeah, it's the play scale version. The UCS land speeder. I forgot about that one. How was that, Tommy? How many pieces was that? It is my goal for 2026. I thought I could pull it off for this year, but I can't. You know, it's just expensive is to build a UCS set. So hopefully, maybe in the new year, UCS Millennium Falcon, maybe. All right, so if you've built, or if you're wondering about the Gingerbread AT-AT set, that's what we're working on right now. Leave a like, and if you like Lego Star Wars, for sure leave a like. But here's kind of the craft, the ship, or not the ship, the land walker so far. Maybe kind of a Galactic Empire version of a tank. And the build's looking great. All right, so we've got user RF6. Welcome. We've got Sparkle Wizard chiming in again saying, imagine if someone actually made a Lego Gingerbread land speeder out of gingerbread. You know, my son was talking about that. So not too out of the realm of possibility. I mean, if you can build a gingerbread house, I think you could reasonably pull off at least this part. The legs might be a little bit more difficult just because, you know, it's made out of basically biscuit cookie to hold it together. Aloha says that random YouTuber. Awesome. Assuming random YouTuber, you're out in Hawaii, you have a lot more of your Monday here. So you're 3 hours behind. We're on the West Coast. If you're out in Hawaii, that's awesome. Hey, JBT is back. JBT says, yo, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas from random YouTuber. User RF6 says, can I get a shout out? Of course, user RF6, welcome. Liam says, I built my Gingy AT-AT already. Was a fun build. There we go. Someone else has it. Liam, awesome. And a fun build. We got an endorsement right there. JBT says, got a Minecraft advent calendar this month. Here's a, oh, that's need a stronger one than that. Gingerbread, or sorry, not gingerbread, Minecraft advent calendar. I didn't know Minecraft was in the advent calendar series. That's kind of fun. Tommy says, I forget, it's a big 24 inches long, or yeah, 2 feet, 8 inches wide. So, oh, the UCS, Tommy, referring to this one, right? I was comparing the color to the Gingerbread AT-AT, kind of a similar coloring, although this is not a gingerbread. You could put some pink and green and red and white Lego pieces on this and kind of simulate, you know, Christmas lights, and you can make this land speeder a gingerbread land speeder easily. Put Luke in here from one of those advent calendars, a Christmas Luke, and this can be modded easily. Hey, we just thought of something talking about that, Tommy. That's kind of fun. All right. By the way, my Cat Jam says hi. He's a really fat cat. How fun. To Cat Jam. High fives to that. All right. Thank you for the 13 likes. And now let's add some more color to this build. Working on bag 1 of the Gingerbread AT-AT. There's 5 bags total. And the build is so far so good and pretty darn fun. The only bummer is that it's not available. Like, if you wanted to get this set, you're like, oh, it's kind of fun. You know, especially when you see like, hey, there's a Christmas gift inside the Gingerbread AT-AT. How fun is that? This set is sold out. I don't know when it's coming back. I don't know what Lego did. Maybe it's just in the US. So if you guys are in another country, is this set as hard to get where you are as it is in the US? Because on the Lego website, it has not been available since basically after the first day and a half of, or maybe even less than that. I think this set, it came out with when the UCS Death Star was released, and I think this set was way more popular because it sold out quick. And there we go. Another, again, noticing as you build, I didn't realize, or you don't spend too much time, but when you build it, you notice, of course. 2 Christmas gifts inside the Gingerbread AT-AT. So definitely a softer and friendlier and more jovial side to Darth Vader. Putting in Christmas gifts inside his AT-AT attack vehicle here. So maybe this thing doesn't shoot lasers. Maybe it, shoots out candy canes. Bringing some Christmas joy to a galaxy far, far away. But enjoying this build, and thank you for the likes. And how fast, if you didn't do this build on a live stream, there's 5 bags, 697 pieces. How fast could you build a set like this? It doesn't seem to have too many complicated stages to it, and at least in book 1. Just a lot of fun kind of accent pieces and color. Although now, you put in those fun presents and now you can barely see that they're in there because you're covering it up. So maybe these are Easter eggs on the inside. All right, so bag 1 though, still coming together nicely, and making sure that I don't miss anything. I've kind of get ahead of myself on these live streams sometimes and then have to backtrack. But that was building up a pretty big size set. I was building up one of the modulars, the assembly square, before I got to these Christmas builds, and had to backtrack actually quite a lot to make sure I got the build right. Actually, after I ended the live stream, I had to correct some sections. I was trying to build and talk at the same time, and there were so many different sections with really just miniature versions of certain mini builds, like a piano set and a living room set or whatever, because these modulars are fun. They're like basically building up city sections for a Lego city. If you are an avid Lego collector, you probably have one of those. But yeah, little kind of builds like that. Like we've got a little torch or candle going on inside the Gingerbread AT-AT here. Not sure what that's for, other than it's, of course it's Christmas, so you got to have a candle burning brightly. And it'd be kind of hilarious if there's a mini Christmas tree that goes inside this thing as well. So yeah, bag 1 so far, the Gingerbread AT-AT, right now it already looks like a vehicle, like some kind of locomotive. But there's the build so far. If you want to kind of see it put together in stages, this is what we got so far. And some more arch pieces. This almost looks like it is. I was gonna say, it looks like a fireplace. I think it is. You got a fireplace, a cozy living room with Christmas gifts inside the Gingerbread AT-AT. How funny is that? That's kind of fun. All right, can we get to 15 likes? We're almost there. Turns out Australia is out of stock also. Okay, so this set's not in Australia either. I'm assuming in Europe it's probably not there. Crazy. Tommy says, give it to your son, 15 minutes. You and me, 1 hour. I agree, Tommy, for sure. Maybe 20 minutes. He's not that fast, but he could be. That'd be funny. JBT says, jam also sometimes is called LeBron Jams or Jams Bond. That's awesome. Is that your cat? That's so cool, JBT. He likes lasagna. That is unique. On Nintendo 64 Online, they added a Tonic, Trouble, and Rayman 2. Sparkle Wizard says, do you play Minecraft and Rocket League on Switch? So you guys got the gaming questions going on. That's always fun. Liam says, feels like this AT-AT got scalped pretty bad, preying on people wanting it for the holidays. Grr. Yeah, that's the thing. When these sets are so popular, they're gonna sell out quick. And I'm sure some of these scalpers bought the probably bought more, you know, bought 3 or 4 of these darn things and knew they were going to make a serious profit, and they did. I don't know. I don't know how else to gauge it, right? They probably made a pretty serious profit on this set being sold, or knowing it was going to be sold out quick. And yeah, I know, I get it. You know, someone wants it for Christmas, but if you have to pay 3 times the price for any Lego set, knowing that the regular price on Lego is, you know, a third of that, then I think I would just wait, you know, and hope that the Lego set does get re-released. I mean, Lego said temporarily sold out, so they're obviously, they have more in production. And yeah, just wait, you know, don't give into that scalping stuff. But I could see people selling sets that are retired, you know, no longer in distribution for, of course, a profit or a higher price, but not one of these that's currently supposed to and meant to be sold at a regular price. I was gonna say, we lived overseas for or more than a few years. We lived overseas for almost 10 years. And I was gonna say, one of the fun things, we lived in Spain. One of the fun things is Christmas over there was obviously December 25th, but they celebrated Christmas. I really like the tradition. Most probably other countries in Latin America do the same thing, or, you know, the Spanish speaking world. They celebrate Christmas as an ongoing holiday, of course, all the way to January 6th, which is King's Day, or, you know, when the kings arrive, or the wise men arrive to see the baby Jesus in the manger and then present him gifts. So in Spain, to kind of celebrate that, they have the 3 kings as basically the next version of Christmas Day. And so they have the 3 kings dress up, and kids go, they call it the Day of the Kings, or Dia de los Reyes. And you go to, most towns have it, you know, 3 guys dress up as the 3 wise men or the 3 kings, and then kids go and meet them at the local gym, and they wait in line to, you know, go and, like Santa Claus here in the US at the mall, you know, go sit on Santa's lap and you tell them what you want for Christmas. So kids would go tell these 3 kings what they want for Christmas. So January 6th ends up being another day of opening presents. Usually at that point, or Christmas Day, you probably open 1 present, and then January 6th is like the big gift opening. So all that to say, maybe this will be available before January 6th, and you could have a legitimate Christmas gift to celebrate King's Day. Just a fun cultural thing that we learned living abroad. So yeah, Sparkle Wizard and JBT talking gaming. So if you like Lego and you're part of the Lego collecting world, please leave a like and subscribe, join our channel. We are building up the Gingerbread AT-AT Lego set, and the set is a hot commodity, so much so that you can't buy it right now. It's been sold out for weeks, or actually probably months now, because since it's released on October 1st, it's always been sold out at Lego stores, sold out on the Lego website, and we have it on Authority here, also sold out in Australia. So yes, thank you, Tommy. Please like and subscribe. And thank you for joining the channel. And join the chat. You can have a fun chat about gaming with Sparko and JBT, or you can talk Lego with us. And let's see here. Looks like we're adding a little more Christmas flair to the top here of the AT-AT. Some accent pieces. So maybe to simulate some snow covering, or no, not snow covering. Although, yeah, I guess it could be. Icing, that's the word. Icing, you know, like a gingerbread house. The nice icing covering and trim that goes on those cool gingerbread houses. But in this case, you know, a Star Wars AT-AT. Turn that into your gingerbread build here. So the new Lego pieces, a little bit of resistance here, connecting, getting the snap to work, but I think we got it okay. And as you can see here, I've had quite a fun theme of Lego building with Christmas sets, the upscale Santa minifigure, and now the set that I've had in the box since receiving it back in October, and now getting to share with you guys. This already looks like a vehicle. Like I said, you got gifts on the inside, you've got hot cocoa, you've got a little fireplace on the inside. How clever is that? And of course the white trim, you know, to simulate the icing. Very cool stuff. Let's see. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Tommy. Liam says, what do you all think of the new smart bricks coming soon? Oh, that's right. Lego's trying out some other new, what is it, like integration, I guess you could say, of, I don't know, linking up Lego with some kind of online interaction. I don't think it's necessary. I agree with Tommy. Thumbs down. Lego is meant to be, you know, real life stuff. You know, I know you can look up instructions and everything. You can simulate builds or whatever on the virtual side, but you want the build to be organic and real. Like those corner pieces as stockings in front of the fireplace. How fun is that? There's so many clever things inside this. I don't know why people are saying, oh, it's not that, it's just a basic build. But no, that's so cool. You got a little fireplace in there. I wish I could get the camera right. And this gingerbread AT-AT, along with, you know, Darth Vader and his lightsaber and cookie. So far, this build, this is just bag one, by the way. So this is looking good. This is obviously the main, you know, section here, the midsection of the AT-AT build so far. But looking good. Looking good, and looks like, no gravity. Looks like we have some candy cane trim to be added to the build here, as Brick Therapy fell victim to some gravity. So, all right, we're gonna put the candy. Oh, so the candy cane can either be held by Darth Vader or held in storage inside the vehicle itself. And you got the fireplace and a nice, I don't know, what would you call, a nice lounge chair, you know, to sit in front of the fireplace for Vader. So, got that accent piece there. And let's see what else is going on here. I can't tell. All right. Got to put one little clip-on piece. So bag one, almost done with bag one. Looking pretty good. Actually, it's looking great. This is a super fun build. Lots of character to it already with the fireplace, the gifts, the presents inside, the little hearth and hot cocoa. I mean, you can't complain about the thought and the character put into this build. So I don't know if people are expecting like a traditional Star Wars build, but no way. This is so fun. You know, like the advent calendars, right? It's not meant to be taken seriously in this case. This is supposed to be a fun build with a lot of character, and it's proving to be so. And of course, you don't want to cover this up with any paneling on the side because you won't be able to see. There's a little living room in there to enjoy Christmas inside your ATT tank. Almost said the phone company. So, all right, now we got the, looks like we're getting close to building the outer structure of this set here. So, Sparkle Wizard says, never mind, then I'll see you switch online. Liam says, agreed to Tommy. Yeah, not cool with the smart bricks. Tommy says, why do I want to ruin a minifig when a battery blows up? Yeah, you know what? They have to I don't know if Lego must have done its market research on those things, but I don't know if they're listening. You know, they tried to do something with that before. Was it the hidden side? You know, there were some other things they were trying to do interactive stuff with, you know, Lego builds, and it failed. I'm hoping the smart bricks fail as well. I don't want that. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking they got the idea because those Super Mario Brothers sets were gaining in popularity, since those kind of are like pieces with batteries inside them too. Got some fun extra pieces out of bag one here. You can see lightsaber piece of Darth Vader, another mouthpiece for Darth Vader, and the hot cocoa cup. They're right there. So not bad. All right. Let's see. Bag two looks like we got some more colors and candy cane pieces there. So we'll start with bag two tomorrow. And I think this is a good stopping point for me to join my family and watch Home Alone. But thanks, guys. Got up to 14 likes. Not bad. We're getting an AT-AT in the same scale in January, says Liam. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Got some insider news there. But yeah, the highlights. Definitely the fireplace, hot cocoa setup inside the gingerbread AT-AT. And what could this be? What could the round ball piece be? Not sure. And then there's one front, or that's one side of the craft, and then you get presents on the inside, a giant candy cane, all that you would need to have your Christmas inside an AT-AT vehicle. Thank you for the thumbs up. Tommy, thanks for all your help, man, being a mod. Thank you for Liam, JPT joining in, and hello to Sparko and all you guys. Thank you for the likes. Have a great Monday, early Tuesday. We'll see you soon.